the California Conference for Equality and Justice, CCEJ, celebrated the 23rd Annual Interfaith Intercultural Breakfast and the 50th anniversary of the 1964 Civil Rights Act, with special guest Reverend James Lawson Jr., who is a civil rights leader and a teacher of nonviolence. Voice Waves interviewed community leaders about how the effects of the Civil Rights Act is still being felt today.
I think education would have negatively been impacted. There would never have been desegregation. Public schools, we wouldn't have the school busing program. There would have been the integration in sports. We wouldn't have had Title IX. Housing has an impact on education. As far as affordable housing that became available, eliminating discrimination in housing. When kids are in stable homes, they're more likely to learn and be more effective. There's a lot of it be different. We would live in a very different country if we didn't have that.
One of the positive effects for me personally is that my father was able to have the opportunity to get a college education and also serve his country. And therefore he went overseas and met my mother, who is Korean, and they have raised me to just have those values and be able to have opportunities that I otherwise never would have had I been born at an earlier time.
I look around at some of the elected bodies in our government, and they're certainly far more diverse than they were in 1964. But we have such a long way to go. We still have challenges. Sometimes the discrimination isn't as overt as it was. It's covert. But remember, in 1964, housing was segregated. Schools were still segregated. We had to address all those things here in Long Beach, and I think Long Beach has done a good job, but here at CCEJ, you can see the outpouring of interest in improved human relations. That's why we have to fund CCEJ and keep these programs going. They're really significant for Long Beach. If we ever want to reach the dream of Dr. King, the dream of equality, then we have to keep these programs going.
This organization represents. It's one of the finest illustrations of what a strong civic society must have if, in fact, all people are to achieve their human rights and their dignity.